Habibi, welcome to Saudi Pro League Central. And yes, we are live, bringing you another daily transfer news of all things in the Saudi Pro League. Really excited for this and can't wait to bring you guys a lot of the transfer news um, in the Saudi Pro League. Initially, starting with the man on your thumbnail, the man on your screen, Heung-min Son, um, reported to be of interest to the Saudi Pro League and particularly of interest to Al Hilal. Now, in terms of this kind of deal, it's not going to be a cheap deal, even though he is on his last year of contract at Tottenham Hotspur. But one thing about Tottenham is Daniel Levy knows how to get some deals done. He knows how to get the absolute best for his club. Now, there have been a number of outlets and a number of different journalists that have come out for about the past week, really, in relation to this particular transfer of Heung-min Son to the Saudi Pro League. Most notably, and I think most respectably as well, coming from a really respectable journalist in Alexander Gold, who is, again, a really reputable journalist for all things Tottenham Hotspur. And in addition to other outlets, he has come out to report that the chances of Heung-min Son moving to Saudi Arabia are higher now than they were when they last approached in 2023. Al Hilal and the Saudi Pro League have been keen on this player for quite a while. It's not one of them, let's just go full Son on the back of that win that Spurs had in the Europa League. He then goes on to say a move to the MLS is also believed to be of some interest to Son. However, MLS are unlikely to have funds to complete such a deal. Now, me personally, having somebody like a Son at Al Hilal would be absolutely massive. To have him paired up with the likes of Leonardo, Cesar, Malcolm, Mitrovic, Salim Al-Dosari, who is going to be in competition with Son if he does sign for Al Hilal. But boy, what a signing he would be, being fed also by the likes of Milinkovic-Savic and Ruben Neves. For me, he would add so much quality to the Saudi Pro League, and he would be a genuine, addition to all things regarding quality of the Saudi Pro League. So yeah, I would be really keen and really interested to see if this move gets made or gets done, if Daniel Levy is happy with getting a potential deal over the line. I shouldn't expect it to be way too much in terms of a deal happening between Al Hilal and Tottenham Hotspur. And I won't expect it to be a cheap deal either. Daniel Levy, whether in its last year or in the last 5 years of contract, he really knows how to get the best deal for his club. So I could see this kind of deal being made and happening around the £50 million mark, with potential add-ons as well. £50 million for a player in his last year of his contract, I think is a fantastic deal and a potentially fair deal. But look, I mean, one thing we know about football and we live in is that it's not about fairness and who's getting a fair deal. It's about what kind of deal you negotiate. And Daniel Levy is a strong negotiator, so I could see Tottenham Hotspur getting a really good deal for Son if he was to decide, you know what, this is my last year or last potential huge contract, and therefore I'm going to move on and experience new things. I'm sure he could potentially look to the MLS, but the MLS are not going to be forking out the types of or the sums of salary. I think more than the contract itself, I think the biggest obstacle that any club will be facing trying to sign Son is the huge bags of money being offered by the Saudi Pro League. As I mentioned, the Saudi Pro League is looking to build on year in order to be able to get themselves real quality players that can shine a light on the Saudi Pro League and can set a light on the quality of the content that you're getting as a consumer watching the Saudi Pro League. I mean, generally speaking, as an independent fan channel covering the Saudi Pro League, we've been impressed a lot and we've been disappointed some. We've been impressed a lot by the quality of games. And then in terms of the disappointment being some of the crowds, but in terms of the crowds, this is a league that is now picking up momentum surely but slowly. So having the addition of somebody like a HEUNG Son from Tottenham Hotspurs over to Saudi Pro League in the capital of Riyadh, playing for Al Hilal is something that would be of excitement to everybody, I think. So other news as well, actually, regarding potential current / former Spurs players and managers of interest. Former Spurs manager, bit of a weird situation there. The guy won a Spurs the first ever trophy in God knows how long, and he's parted ways already. But news coming out that Ange Postecoglou is a potential target for Saudi Arabian football club Al Ahly, should the Asian club Champions League winners make a change of manager next season. I think he would be a real quality manager going over to the Saudi Pro League, and as well as having the keys to Al Ahly, who are already a quality team with the likes of Mendy, Ibanez, Demiral, the likes of Frank Kessie, Firmino, Roberto Firmino. That is, I don't know if he's going to be there next season, but it seems like they've made amends from the difficult sort of relationship they had in the Christmas period. The likes of Mahrez, Ivan Toney, Albrican, or Galeno, having Ange Postecoglou as the manager of Al Ahly with that kind of team and that kind of lineup would be absolutely amazing for Al Ahly. So yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and feelings. If you're a Spurs fan, are you happy with that kind of information coming out? Wanting Son to stay? If he does go, how much are you wanting him to go for? Are you thinking unless we're getting absolutely big bucks for Son, then we don't want to sell? Or are you comfortable to say, you know what, he's actually been a loyal player He's won us our first title in many years. And are you then happy for him to go? I'd love to know what your thoughts and feelings are as a Spurs fan. And I'd love to know what your thoughts and feelings are if you're a Al Hilal fan as well. So yeah, would love to absolutely find out what your thoughts and feelings are on that. As I mentioned, we are your first independent fan channel covering the Saudi Pro League for all things Saudi Pro League of interest. Prior to the league finishing up for the off season, we were bringing you live watch alongs of the Saudi Pro League games. And next week, we are going to be bringing you the kickoff to the Club World Cup and the Saudi Pro League clubs, i.e. Hilal, who are going to be in that, who are going to be featuring on that competition. Also, other transfer news as well regarding the Saudi Pro League. Just getting our list up here of potential. Also, a bit of a news coming out as well that Michael Edwards, the Liverpool FSG chief, having potentially agreed a deal to be going over to Saudi Arabia in terms of the Saudi Pro League. So that's also one to keep an eye out on as well. Andre Onana expected to stay at Man United potentially amidst interest from the Saudi Pro League clubs as well. So that is some more Saudi Pro League featured or of interest players. And then we also have Victor Osimhen. What's happening with Victor Osimhen? From my understanding, with Victor Osimhen, there is a huge amount of interest also from clubs in Europe. There is Galatasaray who are looking to try and really, really build. I mean, Galatasaray and Turkish clubs have for the longest time ever been trying to assimilate some sort of dominance in Europe and really try to get quality players so they can compete in the Champions League and become a genuine household name of world football as well. So that apparently there is conversations there where they are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that he does not go to the Saudi Pro League and instead stays in the Turkish league. Now, Al Hilal are interested and have been interested since last year. This time last year, where they tried to get a deal over the line, when Napoli were basically saying that they are absolutely 100% going to be selling or getting rid of Osimhen. So Osimhen to Al Hilal was off, then it was on, then it was off, but it is still potentially in the pipeline for a move to the Saudi Pro League as well. Moving on to other potential transfers, Mohamed Kudus. Again, there is a lot of silence from the camp of Mohamed Kudus because as much as West Ham are putting out publicly that Mohamed Kudus is not for sale and that he's not going anywhere, there are reports behind closed doors that Mohamed Kudus's camp are having conversations with not only Premier League clubs, but also Saudi Pro League clubs interest from Al Qadasiyah, who are owned by Aramco. Um, there are worse backers to have than oil giants Aramco. So there's Al Qadasiyah of interest, Etifak interest, and then the four big boys, Etihad, the league leaders and the champions, um, are of interest as well on regarding Mohammed Kudus. You've got Hilal, Ahli, Al Nasser, who are all interested in Mohammed Kudus as well. By the way, guys, I'm your man, the gentleman. This is the Saudi PL Central, where your first independent fan channel covering the Saudi Pro League. So if you're now watching this live, please do me a favor. We're on the road to 100 subs. So make sure to like and follow and subscribe to this channel. We're currently on 61 subs, on the road to 100, as we are trying to bring you all things Saudi Pro League football. Yeah, we are on that road. We are building. We are trying our best. So please make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We are on all those platforms at Saudi PL Central, the first independent fan channel, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel as well, because we are going to be bringing you so much content. There is content that's going to be coming out as well in the next day or two, in the form of podcast, as well as ideally news, transfer news, player interviews, manager interviews, and all sorts of other interviews as well. So yeah, I'm your man, the gentleman. This is Saudi PL Central, your first independent fan channel covering the Saudi Pro League. If you've not subscribed, then what are you doing? You're missing out, because this is the first fan channel for all things Saudi Pro League football. That is an indication that in about 5-6 minutes, we are going to be shutting up shop here. But whilst we are still here, let's give you more information on potential incomings and out. Bruno Fernandes says no to Saudi Pro League, for now at least. Feels like he has some unfinished business in the Premier League, before he could consider the Saudi Pro League. And then some more transfers. Kingsley Coman, Bayern Munich's Kingsley Coman is believed to be of interest to several Saudi Pro League clubs, as he has been put on the transfer list, or the transfer, the transfer list for the 25-26 season. They are doing a little bit of a rebuild there at Bayern Munich. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if, like Heung-min Son, Kingsley Coman is potentially on his way to the Saudi Pro League as well. I mean, Tottenham Hotspur fans, what do you think of that news regarding Heung-min Son to the Saudi Pro League? Saudi Pro League clubs specifically and particularly Al Hilal, let me know of the potential of Heung-min Son coming over to the Saudi Pro League. I'm really, really keen on your take on that potential signing. And then carrying on with potential news, Garnacho, who has been very publicly told that his chances of staying at Manchester United are very, very limited, is potentially on the list for of transfers for Al Nasser. Um, he's still very young, and he's now the type of player that, uh, in terms of age range and quality, the Saudi Pro League are looking for. Um, so I wouldn't be, too shocked. In addition to the fact that because he's so young, I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to go to the Saudi Pro League to play with his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo, for a year or two, and then decide to come back to Europe. I mean, he is that young and that good in quality. I wouldn't be surprised if Garnacho does make that move, a little bit similar to Human Son's potential transfer from Spurs to the Saudi Pro League. By the way, guys, I'm your man, the gentleman. This is the Saudi PL Central, where your first independent fan channel covering the Saudi Pro League, and we bring you all things Saudi Pro League football for English-speaking fans. We're on the road to 100 subs. Please do me a favor, subscribe. We're currently on 61 subs, on the road to 100 subs. Please subscribe so we can bring you player reviews, interviews, transfer news, and more. So that is that. And then there is also news of Emi Martinez from Aston Villa being on the list of a number of Saudi Pro League clubs. There is the interest also from the MLS because apparently he wants to join up with his compadre Lionel Messi. Excuse me. So I wouldn't be too surprised if he does go to the MLS instead of the Saudi Pro League. But apparently the Saudi Pro League are looking to put together a lucrative offer in front of Emi Martinez and a potentially good deal in front of Aston Villa, who have the Saudi Pro League to thank for when it comes to financial fair play, as they're building a bit of a bosom buddy relationship with the Saudi Pro League. So that is something to also be aware of. Sticking with Aston Villa, also news coming out that Leon Bailey of Aston Villa is also of interest, a little bit like Human Son, of interest to the Saudi Pro League and could potentially be heading to the Saudi Pro League this season to play there in the new 25-26 season. So that's also one to keep an eye out on. And guys, I'm your man, the gentleman. This is the Saudi PL Central. We are your first independent fan channel covering the Saudi Pro League and bringing you all things Saudi Pro League for English-speaking fans. Please do me a favor, subscribe. We're on the road to 100, currently on 61, trying to bring you so much content as well. So Z Talks. Hello. Z Talks. Thank you. Yes, we're doing Saudi Pro League content. We would love you to subscribe. And I see that you're also doing Saudi Pro League content. Z Talks, you're the type of man, the type of content creator that I need. Z Talks, do me a favor. I can see you're also on the good old TikTok. We are going to follow you right now, Mr. Z Talks, because, all right, so on TikTok, you've got a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything by my side. Nevertheless, we're going to give you a good follow. Follow back on the good old TikTok and make sure you subscribe. Z Talks. I'm from Saudi. I'm a Hilal fan. Z Talks, do me a favor. Subscribe. Massive W to you, Habibi. I'm based here in the UK. We are also trying to push Saudi Pro League content for English-speaking fans. We're the first English-speaking independent content creators for all things Saudi Pro League. We are going to just subscribe to your channel. So do me a favor, make sure you subscribe and make sure you follow us on TikTok. We just followed you on TikTok. And yes, collaborations, yes to talking, Habibi. And yeah, Z Talks, it is prayer time for me. I'm going to go pray Maghrib. But we've just subscribed to your channel, and we've just followed you on the good old TikTok. And in terms of collaborations and doing so much more, we are also looking forward to that. But yeah, yallah, take care. Today's news, guys, was Tottenham Hotspur's HEUNG Son to the Saudi Pro League, particularly Al Hilal. That has been that. If you're here, make sure we're signing off now, but make sure you have subscribed. This is the first independent fan channel covering the Saudi Pro League for all speaking English fans, English-speaking fans. Take care, guys, and make sure you subscribe because we are live every single week and every single day. Take care. Bye-bye. Adios. As-salama.